Hey, what's up, everybody? Steak here. It's President's Day. And while I don't get fired up about the president we have now, or the guy that we had before him, or any of the candidates that are running for president in 2012, I'll take a holiday for any reason whatsoever. Now, one of the really big things that's happened here in the States the last couple weeks is, wait for it, Jeremy Lin. Now, I know if you're in Australia, you know this because you've heard it on the radio too. Everybody all over the world has been talking about Jeremy Lin. Here's a guy nobody knew 2 weeks ago who's taken the NBA and this country really by storm. It's created some ugly scenarios. Guys have been fired. There's been a lot of different things that have happened. But I think the one thing is that it really, in a lot of ways, crystallizes the good and the bad in society. And it's not often that sports can be, you don't always learn something that can be applied across life when watching sport. But in the case of Jeremy Lin, he was playing for the Golden State Warriors, and he wasn't getting a lot of time. And when he did get into the game, if he made a single mistake, maybe turn the ball over, maybe not hit the shot, he was pulled. Then he went back to the D-League. Then he'd do really well in the D-League. Then he'd come up to the NBA. Then he'd get back to the D-League because he would make a mistake. And he was just basically treading water, wasn't doing very well, wasn't being given an opportunity. And now you see that when the guy was given an opportunity, look what he's been able to do. It just chronicles how impatient a society we are. I mean, TV shows get axed after 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, how many times have you watched a TV show and right away been like, oh, I love that? Seinfeld, they thought Seinfeld would be canned. Seinfeld was the greatest TV show maybe ever. And they thought it was going to be canned because they were going to be really impatient. But they waited out and look what happened. John Wooden, the greatest basketball coach ever, was given a lot of time, and he ended up winning title after title after title after title at UCLA. But if you look at the first several years of his college coaching experience, he was around 500. 500 coaches get bombed, man. They get blasted. And we've become so impatient as a society. You look at, like, in the radio world. Shows don't get going right away, don't rate immediately. Boom, the guy's gone. Why is it that everybody, even coaches, look at the coaches that are coaching Jeremy Lin, look at the owners that hire and fire head coaches, look at the college programs that hire and fire coaches who don't win immediately. It takes time. And somewhere along the way, people forgot this. Jeremy Lin's showing that if you do wait, if you do see promise in people and you give them an opportunity, they can really make something fantastic happen. So we're a very impatient society, and that's not very good. The other thing is we overreact. I mean, this Jeremy Lin thing has been talked about nonstop for about 10 days now. And here's the deal. The guy can play. He's proven he can play. He makes mistakes, sure, but most young players do. And I think when you take a look at his game in particular, he can score, he sees the ball, or he sees the court very well, he's athletic, he's got good speed, he can get to the rim. So he does a lot of really great things that you want in a point guard. And what you need to do is, in time, you just get him to turn the ball over less, which is something that plenty of players have been able to accomplish. So I think the future is bright for the guy. He's made a career for himself, and that's fabulous. You can't say enough about just finding your niche in society, too, because Jeremy Lin is now playing in a system that was perfect for him. It's absolutely perfect for him. Mike D'Antoni's system, the coach in New York, is great for point guards. I mean, Steve Nash benefited greatly from playing for this guy. And, you know, another example of a quarterback or a sports person who happens to be a quarterback who is in the perfect system for himself is Joe Montana. So never underestimate the importance of being in the right system, because Joe Montana played in the Bill Walsh system, and that was perfect for him. But had he not played in that system, he probably would not have had the success and the career that he did. So a lot of people want to criticize and go, oh, it's just a system, or oh, he's just doing the job here, and it's only because of this or it's because of that. Listen, sometimes people get into the right niche, whatever that is, they find their niche, and they can just explode. And this is exactly what Jeremy Lin has done. Do I expect that this guy's going to become the greatest basketball player ever? No. But the beautiful thing is that in the last 2 weeks, this guy's pretty much guaranteed himself a contract moving forward. A contract that's probably going to pay him somewhere in the neighborhood of $25 million, maybe a bit more. So it's a great story all the way around. And I hope if people take anything out of this story, It's that we are just too damn impatient in society, and we just need to take a little bit of time. You manage some sales guys, they don't hit their numbers for a little bit. It takes time. You have to be patient. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your instincts. You brought these people into your system for a particular reason. Let it play out. Because I think if people do it, and people can be a little more patient, we're all going to have a lot more success. Anyway, good catching up with you. I'll be on with KB tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then.